A good Sunday morning to you. Welcome to Invest Northwest. I'm Sean Owsley alongside Cindy Carrigan from 5 Star. And we are talking about the real estate market. And we have some brand new information, as we like to say in the news business, hot off the press.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Do they still do that? I think they do still.
I think they do.
Cindy,
yeah.
good to have you back on. You've been on
Thanks.
numerous times. As we always kind of look at the internals and what's driving the real estate market. Big picture right now, the first message I want to get out is you've received new data that really outlined 2019 is the market is strong here in our region.
Yes, it is. It's still remaining strong. And in 2019, we actually had the third best real estate market that we've seen in Spokane based on units sold. So we had almost 8,000 homes sold and appreciation of 11%, which works out to be about $28,000 for the average homeowner.
And why does Spokane and our area buck the national trend?
Oh, well, it's a big part of that is the relocation here. We have, Greater Spokane Incorporated has ranked Washington and Idaho in the top 5 of states for population growth, for job growth, personal income growth. So we've got a lot of people moving here based on, the stats, the quality of life, the affordability of homes here in Spokane.
And you sent over some information, 2019 Spokane Association of Realtors stats. Number of homes sold, 7,922. Average sales price, $283,600. That is up 11% over 2018. Expand on that specifically. That stood out to me.
Yeah, we've had great appreciation here. And that's also a big part of, even though we've had the appreciation, we have the highest affordability of most West Coast cities. Compared to Seattle, their average sales price is $760,000. And so it's, 2.5 times the cost of an average home here in Spokane. So that's driving a lot of relocation. We sold 240 homes on my team last year, and a full 30% of those were relocation buyers moving here from somewhere else.
People saying, hey, there's a good quality of life there. We're going to it.
Yeah.
The number of homes for sale, about 596 homes, which is less than a 1-month supply. I know in some of the news stories we covered over the last year or so, inventory was a major issue.
Yes, and it remains a major issue. The good news is that we have seen an increase in new construction, so that's helping to alleviate that a little bit. But we do have very low inventory right now, and it's not expected that it's going to really change that much this year.
New construction sales up almost 9% specifically. SAR predicts 2 to 3% increase in number of homes sold in 2020.
Yeah.
Are people just staying put in their homes? Not as many saying, let's put it on the market, let's see what we can get?
Some of them are doing that, yes. But what we're seeing now, a lot of sellers are taking advantage of that increased equity in their home, and they are, building new homes. So we're seeing a lot of folks that have been in their home for 5 or 10 years, putting their home on the market, moving into something temporary while they build something new and get really their dream home, or they're downsizing into a smaller home.
I know interest rates are unbelievably low. We're in the 3s right now.
Yeah.
My mom, when she bought her house, it was 7.5 and she thought she had a screaming deal.
Right.
So this really can drive somebody to maybe get right up against their comfort zone and get that. For you lock in a rate like that, you're ahead of the game out of the gate. Is that what you tell potential buyers that you work with?
Oh yeah. In fact, our rates are lower this time right now than they were this time last year. And so, even though we've seen an increase of $28,000 in the average sales price, buyers have increased buying power because of those low interest rates. So it really is a great market for both sellers and buyers right now.
Information that you sent Fannie Mae reporting people looking to sell their homes more optimistic. 65% of people surveyed believe it was a good time to sell. That is up 7% from last year. Yeah. I think what that tells me is there's a higher confidence level.
Absolutely. And people are just, getting the message that their house is worth so much more now than it was even a year ago. And so they're taking advantage of that and really capitalizing on their increased equity in their homes.
Is there a timeline for somebody that consults with you and says, we've been in our home this long? Is there a cutoff like, yeah, you can look to maybe upgrade or, you've not been in it long enough, stay? take those savings, let it grow in appreciation? What do you guide them on? Or is it just by case basis?
Well, it really is case by case because it has a lot to do with how much equity they have, how many improvements they've done on their home. So, it could be that you would want to be in your home for a year or two before you would think about selling it for a profit. Right. But, it just really depends on what you've done as far as maintenance and improvements.
Well, I have an expert here, so I'm going to ask you if there's somebody that thinking, spring, we're finally going to take the plunge. We're going to put our house that we've been in and worked on so hard on the market. Mm-hmm. A couple of the key improvements that really give you bang for your buck when you go to sell.
Yeah, so that is what we advise sellers to do, is meet with us early so we can advise them on staging and home improvements that will bring a return on investment, typically 3 to 5 different things that they can do. Most of that is floor coverings, paint, countertops. Could be backsplash, appliances, things like that. So we give them a list of what will bring the greatest return on investment. And then when we're ready to market the property, they have the highest opportunity for multiple offers. And then we can help negotiate the best price for them.
I've always heard exterior paint is critical.
Oh, it is.
The color
absolutely.
You choose, too, is critical.
Yes.
Because
yes.
It's the first impression.
Exactly. Curb appeal, first impression really matters. And so we advise our sellers to look at their home through the eyes of what a potential buyer might look at it and be really critical with that. So
what about somebody says, my kitchen's outdated, I want to put some money in, but I can't afford to renovate the whole kitchen?
Oh yeah, great question. So we have a lot of that where people are just doing somewhat of a facelift.
Sure.
And you can typically do that for about a third of the cost of a complete remodel of the home. And we've got those resources that we guide our sellers to do that.
All right. And going forward, I know we got to wrap it up. We're about out of time. Great job again, by the way, with a lot of information I'm throwing at you. But you see strong outlook for an extended period here?
Yes, at least for 2020, the outlook from all the indicators we have right now is that it's going to remain a very strong real estate market in Spokane.
All right, Cindy, we got to leave it there. Great
Okay.
to have you back on Invest
Great.
Northwest.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're taking a break. You're watching Invest Northwest. We're back in a minute.